Shanti. Welcome to Vyakti Parivar. Today's day 6 Pilgrimage of Silence. Treasures of the Bestower of Fortune. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. It had been excellent experience for these few days to go deep in silence. Before, silence was not thinking, but now silence is to stabilize your mind in one stage. Baba has given us so many treasures, right? The first important treasure is actually of purity, of knowledge. Because purity is power, right? But also with knowledge, we know what to think, how to think, how much to think. Right? Just imagine, before knowledge, we didn't know what to think. So, whatever from our sanskars, through our sense organs, whatever came in our mind, we kept thinking about it. But now we immediately know these are not useful thoughts. Why should we think? So I think it's such a big treasure in our life that Baba has given us purity and also knowledge. And based on knowledge, we are able to conduct our life, our thoughts, our words, our actions. Also, it is very important whenever we have to start doing something, or even in relationships, to have pure feelings. Because pure feelings or pure thoughts definitely work. It communicates, it gets things done. I think most of you must have experimented that how by maintaining pure feelings, those feelings reach wherever we want and get the task accomplished. And even to communicate with Baba, right, we need pure feelings. And then to have peaceful mind. Did we knew what was peace before? No. And now, most of the time, we are very peaceful. I think we should say all the time, right? We know there is nothing to get disturbed or upset. No. I am a peaceful soul. And then this peace also helps us to go into silence. Silence and peace, actually, in Hindi, both are called Shanti. Peace is called Shanti, silence also called Shanti. And they are both very deeply connected. So when I think of my fortune, which I got from Fortune Maker, I think of that peace also is a very valuable gift we got from Baba. Before, mind was like irritated, it gets upset very quickly, it reacts. But now, just internally, one remains deeply silent and also peaceful. Wherever I don't need to think, I should just stay in silence. As much I need to think, I think, then I'm in silence. And then what has happened within few days, I find that you could really, really go into depth and stay in that experience. Like today, I was experiencing and I just said, let me do it more properly. That the part is recorded within this point of light. And then as the time comes, the soul start playing that part. Now it's a very simple point, but to understand it and allow that stage inside that yes, soul will play part is recorded within this point of life. So Baba always say these are like subtle points, right? So it's only when there is deep silence that you get into that stage of that point and you can deeply feel that there is very clear understanding. There is total stability now and very, very calmness in the stage of yes, whatever part has to be played by the soul, soul will play its part. So I'm giving example that how in silence, just take one point, any point, you can really see the power, the truth, and clear understanding of that point. Because one is churning of knowledge. Some could be very good in churning, right? But other is have that realization and to stabilize in that stage. I think that needs a lot of silence. So you will experience every day the benefits of silence. And one of that is that you are able to go as deep you want, very, very subtle aspects, and then you go in silence. Because there are always, as we have been talking of, very subtle thoughts, very subtle. Even you're not thinking, right? But they are there very subtly for something, how practical it is. No? It could be a very subtle thought. So what silence does, that make intellect very subtle. Because generally mind keeps thinking, keeps talking. Intellect always, always analyze, discern. It's like always on watch, watching the thoughts, discern all the time. And that is why I always find that, when we have silence, then intellect also uh, is very, very restful and silent. Otherwise, very active all the time, very active. We always say intellect is like watch person and watching, watchman. So always on alert, right? But when intellect is in silence and restful, and there is more and more trust, more and more trust that yes, whatever I will decide, whatever will be happening will be very beneficial. So one is less we have heard is beneficial, but other is that you are really totally convinced and you have trust that yes. And then this also helps for the sanskars to be silent. Now, what is the silence of sanskars? Because all the time mind is active based on sanskars. And when all three are in silence, deep silence, mind, intellect, and also sanskars, especially the silence of sanskars, you start saying deeply that, oh, you are really, really quiet. And then, as Baba said yesterday, I like that right thoughts will come. It's not you don't think, but not you keep thinking. The right thoughts at the right time should emerge, and they do when there is silence. And same happens with the words then. So the power of silence increasing the quality of my inner functioning. Power of silence is increasing the capacity to see things clearly. And very, very good way, as Baba said yesterday, the solutions emerge. You are not just kind of in a rushing way deciding something, that you are very, very thoughtful in the sense of you are very clear. And that means more success, right? More achievements in a proper way. And a lot of people decide things and then they think, right? It shouldn't have been like that. It does happen, right? Because there is so much going on in the mind and intellect that we just do it. But this thoughtfully then use power to discern, I think especially for the task of yajna, what we decide, what we say, it not only is good for yajna, for my life, and there are many others who could benefit. Otherwise, basically my liking, what I want, what I would, the way I want, but how to harmonize so that I am following Baba Srimad, my relationship with everyone, where there is lot of acceptance, lot of good wishes from everyone. I feel it is very, very important to get good wishes for every task I do. The blessings are very, very important. My own inner spiritual growth, when there are very pure feelings from everyone, there are good wishes from everyone. Deeply within, you feel very comfortable. And kind of like, uh, yes, we are one family. So love, respect, good wishes. So overall, my internal operation, or I can say governing, with the power of silence, it's really at the right stage. And personality of silence always is admired, right? Our Dadi Gulzar, she did everything in silence, right? We will have meeting for a few hours. In the end, we will say, Dadi, just say few words. So she had been listening, she will listen. In the end, she will just say few words, and everyone knew these are words of wisdom, these are words of blessings. They were not just ideas. What we were sharing were ideas, but hers were, we knew that they are blessings from Baba. Her silence for so many years was serving on a very, very high level, protecting Yagya, keeping family together. We used to experience so many things. So internally, deeply, look at your fortune. And one of the fortune is that I can be in silence, right? Silence, as I said, not only not speaking, but very calm inside. And that calmness brings clarity, and then our communication with each other also become very, very clear. Actually, pure feelings and pure thoughts is the best way to communicate. And when you communicate, then of course, if it's necessary, we say few words. Otherwise, the message had been conveyed. The feelings will reach. Daddies always used to have that kind of relationship with each other. They don't need to keep saying to each other, but in pure feelings, pure thoughts, they conveyed what is right, what has to be done. So experiment with few whom you all are together. Because in this life, within the family, spiritual family, this kind of communication, very, very deep and pure, is definitely very useful. Not only useful, but I think the task get done. Everyone should be happy, should have contentment. That's only possible when I keep sending pure feelings and keep communicating with pure feelings in silence, right? Because these feelings are silent, right? So it's more, we have to keep exploring more and also experiment, especially morning hours or few times during day, just even 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and you are able to touch your true self. And there is a lot of joy in that. There's a lot of happiness. So remember always that we got the fortune from Bestower of Fortune. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Today is a Monday, and until last Monday, we had a wonderful series of our Adi Dev book and Avikti Journey. Welcome to Avikti Journey, Avik Murli.
यहाँ के सर्व खजानों की संपन्नता, ज्ञान, गुण, शक्तियां, सर्व खजाने वहाँ के संपन्नता का आधार, यहाँ के धन के आकर्षण से, देह के आकर्षण से न्यारापन, वहाँ की धन की तंदुरुस्ती की प्राप्ति का आधार, अशरीरीपन की स्थिति, निरोगीपन, और लंबी आयु की आधार स्वरूप यहाँ की बेफिक्र बादशाहपन की जीवन, वहाँ की हर घड़ी मौज के जीवन, मन की मौज, इस स्थिति के प्राप्ति का आधार बनते यहाँ की एक बाप दूसरा न कोई, ये अखंड अटल साधना, वहाँ अखंड अटल अखुट निर्विघ्न साधनों की प्राप्ति का आधार बनती, यहाँ का छोटा सा संसार, बाप दादा व माता पिता और बहन भाई, ये छोटा सा संसार, वहाँ का छोटा सा संसार का आधार बनता, यहाँ एक माता पिता के संबंध के संस्कार, वहाँ भी एक ही विश्व विश्व के विश्व महाराजन विश्व महारानी को माता पिता के रूप में अनुभव करते। यहाँ के सने बड़े परिवार का संबंध और कोई संबंध यहाँ नहीं। परिवार तो यहाँ के प्यार भरे परिवार का संबंध वहां भी चाहे राजा और प्रजा बनते, लेकिन प्रजा भी अपने को परिवार समझती। सने की समीपता परिवार की रहती, चाहे मर्तबे रहती है, लेकिन सने के मर्तबे संकोच और भय के नहीं। भविष्य की तस्वीर कौन हुए? आप है ना। ये सब बातें अपने तस्वीर में चेक करो। क्या समझा? चेक करना आता है। कहाँ तक श्रेष्ठ तस्वीर बन के तैयार हुई है कि अभी रेखाएं खींच रहे हो। होशियार आर्टिस्ट होना, होशियार होना। चारों ओर की सर्व श्रेष्ठ तकदीर की श्रेष्ठ तस्वीर स्वरूप महान आत्माओं को सदा स्वयं को विश्व की आधार मूर्त अनुभव करने वाली आत्माओं को पूज्य ब्रह्मांड सदैव आत्माओं को बाप दादा का याद प्यार और नमस्कार।
Om Shanti. So, I was asked by someone that it's so beautiful. Every evening we get to hear sweet songs in meditation. Where did you get them? I said, it's our dear angel sister Elizabeth. She sings them. So, just to let you all know that every single day which you hear in the meditation, the song, it's sang by our dear sister. She specially sang for Vikti Parivar, for all of us, and for meditation. That's a commentary made by her. So very, very special thanks to our sister. So welcome, Angel, Sister Elizabeth.
Thank you, Sister Bhumi. That was so sweet of you. And thank you, everyone, for your blessings and more blessings. It's been an honor, and actually in the process of, writing these little songs, I've found it to be quite a yogi experience, very touching, and sometimes really insightful on what I need to do personally for myself. And also, thank you so much, Mohini Didi, for the opportunity, and also my family. I can't think of anyone better than my own family to share my love for Baba in this way. I really appreciate, Mohini Didi, this exploration in silence and for your sharing of Baba's treasures. And particularly in this point of harmonizing sanskaras. And I've watched you in decision-making processes and working through different personalities, and how you will go into silence and you'll create an atmosphere in the room. And that silence allows the best in us to come out. And so today's homework, it begins with a gratitude and appreciation. However, please take this point of harmonizing sanskaras and how I make this a treasure. And so today, on the 7th day, treasures of the bestower of fortune. The bestower of fortune has given all treasures to I, the soul, without me asking. Baba gave me multi-million times more than even my mind could behold. I hold these precious treasures close to my heart on my pilgrimage of silence. So that's our exploration. So now let's go into an experience of meditation and melody. Om Shanti. I, the soul, surrender to the silence. In the stillness, I can see an abundance of treasures waiting for me. The treasure store of the bestower of fortune is overflowing and open. And no one is guarding it. Baba has given this soul multi-million times more than my mind can even behold. It is only at this time that I can take as much fortune as I want. I hold these precious treasures close to my heart on the pilgrimage of silence. Treasures of silence, diving deep. The store is open, all I can keep. Bestower of fortune has treasures overflowing without even asking. My fortune is growing. There's so much abundance in the pilgrimage of silence. Treasures of silence, diving deep. His store is open, all I can keep. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Good night, everyone. Good night.